Going to work every day can feel very stressful, but traveling for CEOs surely feels different compared to the regular. The richest CEOs have the money to move themselves however they want, wherever they want. Still, nothing can be compared to the stress of moving from place to place. Whether by land, air, or sea, this is how the richest CEOs travel. So stay tuned to the end of the video to find out. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated on our stories as they come. Mark Zuckerberg. Perhaps considered to be the youngest rich CEO of our time, Mark Zuckerberg is, as you know, the founder and CEO of Facebook. If you remember the movie The Social Network, you will agree that Mark Zuckerberg is the real-life version of Jesse Eisenberg in that movie. Mark is one of the most influential individuals in modern-day media and has been recognized as one of the top 100 most influential people on Earth. He is currently worth about $130 billion, and you must think he really doesn't spend much because he's always seen with a great t-shirt all the time. As a matter of fact, those t-shirts are custom-made by Brunello Cucinelli, an Italian luxury fashion, and they cost as much as $300 to $400 each. Unlike many filthy rich CEOs, Mark does not own a private jet, and his company Facebook handles his travel expenses on charter services, as well as other expenses, including his security. Last year, when we were all supposed to remain indoors, Facebook spent more than $25 million on charter services for Zuckerberg, and about $3 million for private aircraft costs. The Facebook CEO is known to drive around in modest cars like the $24,000 Honda Jazz and the $30,000 Volkswagen Golf GTI. With his collection of modest cars, it is easy to conclude that Mark Zuckerberg doesn't own a luxury car. However, he reportedly purchased a Pagani Huayra back in 2014, worth way more than the other cars in his garage combined. At that time, the MSRP for the 2014 Pagani was placed at $1.4 million, which is definitely not bogus for the Facebook man. Bernard Arnault. Known as the richest person in France, richest person in Europe, and the richest person in fashion, Bernard overtook Amancio Ortega of Zara Clothing in 2018 as the richest in the fashion industry. Bernard Arnault, in fact, has been the richest man in the world on 3 separate occasions, in 2019, 2020, and 2021. The CEO of LVMH, a multinational conglomerate that deals with luxury goods under fashion, including wines, wristwatches, spirits, cosmetics, and perfumes, is currently worth $172 billion. According to Forbes, the LVMH boss joined the Centi Billionaires Club in 2021, and it is no surprise then that he splashed about $50 million to buy a Dassault Falcon 7x business jet to replace his previous Bombardier Global Express 6000. He also owns an ultra-long-range business jet Bombardier Global 7500 that can accommodate up to 20 passengers. To Bernard, who has been nicknamed the wolf in the cashmere coat, it's all about living life the fancy way, and it surely bleeds into his movement style. The Dassault Falcon 7x jet has a cabin height of about 6.3 feet and is adorned with 3 different seating zones, large enough to accommodate as much as 19 passengers. The jet has up to 3 engines and is perhaps the first business jet with a fly-by-wire technology and range close to 6,000 nautical miles that can move from Paris to Tokyo without stopping. In the year 2008, the world recorded Arnault's passion for yachts when he first purchased the Dutch luxury yacht manufacturer Royal van Lent, as well as British yacht maker Princess Yachts International. Arnault owns the luxury yacht Symphony that is one of the 100 super yachts of the world and the largest Fedship yacht. Symphony can take up to 36 passengers and is also the first Fedship yacht to cross the 100-meter mark, measuring about 333 feet. The yacht was designed by Tim Haywood Design and features 6 decks, an aluminum structure, and a gross tonnage of close to 3,000 GT, including a helipad. The French billionaire also owned Amadeus, a super yacht that was built in 1969, which was given a luxury makeover to host many prominent personalities, such as former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair and renowned rock star Bono. It was eventually sold in 2015. Warren Buffett. Tales of Warren's early beginnings suggested that he rode around in a bicycle to deliver newspapers as a boy. Intensive reading gave Warren an added advantage over his peers, and he made some long-term investments that paid off. Currently, he is known as the Omega of Investments and the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, an American multinational conglomerate holding company. Popularly known as the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time, who bought his stock at age 11 and first filed taxes at age 13. With a net worth of $100 billion, Buffett controls all of Berkshire Hathaway, which owns more than 60 companies, including the insurer Geico, the battery maker Duracell, and restaurant chain Dairy Queen. Well known for his legendary frugality, Buffett drives a modest everyday car. In 2014, he reportedly traded a GM 2006 Cadillac DTS to acquire a 2014 Cadillac XTS. The basic model of the vehicle currently retails for about $61,000. While the billionaire can afford a personal driver, he actually makes the 5-minute journey from his home to the Berkshire Hathaway office every morning in his own car. Warren Buffett once said in a BBC documentary that he only drives about 3,500 miles per year, and a fancy car isn't particularly necessary. One of the subsidiaries of Berkshire Hathaway is NetJets, the world's largest private jet company that offers fractional aircraft ownership, private jet leases, and private jet card program. NetJet sells part ownership of business jets to rich individuals in order to reduce the lavish expenses that come with owning a private jet, and still retaining the efficiency and comfort of travel. After a past of vehemently criticizing ownership of private jets, Buffett eventually bought himself a private jet over 2 decades ago, and ironically named it the Indefensible. After a couple of years, he later renamed it the Indispensable, following his devout reliance on the Bombardier Challenger 600. The jet is spacious enough to house up to 9 to 19 passengers, and its luxurious cabin is 8.2 feet wide and 6.1 feet high. The cabin is also 28.3 feet long. The plane has 115 cubic feet of space set aside for baggage. The Challenger produces low noise as well as low vibration level. Warren Buffett spends most of his time in the air due to his job as CEO, because to him, convenience is the only reason to own a private jet. With his busy travel schedule, Buffett realized that flying private makes his life easier and better. A private plane can always transport you to smaller or more distinct airports without waiting on a connecting flight or dealing with troublesome holdups at the airport. Do you like this video? Let us know by hitting the like button and share the video with your friend. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to stay updated.